Louisiana versus all y'all. Jarrett Roser here with Karr, 2026 defensive back, Hayward Howard Jr., a member of that fantastic Cougars secondary. It's off to an undefeated start, and Hayward's also having some really exciting things fall his way on the recruiting trail. He'll be up in Baton Rouge this weekend for this huge Ole Miss versus LSU game. We'll talk about some of his visits thus far this season, as well as what he's looking forward to being in Tiger Stadium on Saturday night. But Hayward, let's just, start generally. How's everything going? This is your first season over there at Edna Karr, and it's off to, a great start, as I mentioned. How's life treating you over there in the West Bank?
It's going good. I've been over there since the summer, so I think they trust me. I worked hard with them, tour days. I've been blood, sweat, and tears with them. I've been putting in the work with them, so I gained their trust for them to trust me. I play with most of them. We all from the New Orleans area, so I play with most of them in like park ball and stuff. But it's different. It's high school, so I built up my trust with my guys and just made sure that they knew that I got them and they got me. As far as like being treated good at Karr, my whole coaching staff makes sure I'm good, from advice to asking me do I need something, asking me if anything's going on, check on me when nothing wrong with me. But I just feel like they treat me good over there. Go, I like it. It's a great fit.
What has stood out about Coach Bryce and those guys and your time over there so far, over the course of this year? He's a guy that has led that program to, ridiculous heights, and the standards are always extremely high, and he pushes you guys really hard. To be over there and be a part of that program after having probably heard a lot about it around the city or knowing guys that played there, to actually be there, what is it that stands out about him and that coaching staff and the expectations and culture over there? And how does it feel to be a part of it?
To be honest, Coach Bryce is he's a real calm guy. You don't really see Coach Bryce talk a lot. He really like nothing's new to him with the recruiting and having best players. Like I told you that, like I've been saying, he been having All-Americans since he been coaching. You know what I'm saying? He got All-Americans under his belt. Aaron, he got Fat, he got some couple of All-Americans coming up, Richard. So he got a lot of players. So this is not nothing new to him. I feel like he just know when to push us, and he know what it is. He didn't coach the best players in the state, from Speedy Noel to in the nation. And I believe that every person that was good, no matter how ringers, he know that he says that they got room for improvement. Like from me to every, we have a lot of good players in our defense, from Richard, Corey, me, Maurice, Aiden. We got Ace, we got good players, and he looks and he finds out and he looks and he sees everything that we can do better on. So we never get lax. We never get lax. You feel what I'm saying? So Holy Cross game when we was down 20, that's why you ain't really see us get down, get ready. Which our team's a little different, because some teams in Karr usually get down once you get down, but you can see that we was prepared for it. So how he trained us and how he teaches us and he respects us and how we respect him. We know that as long as he coaching and as long as he putting it out on the line for him, we're gonna put it on the line for him too. So I think that's real good reason why we always produce and we always be the best we can be.
That Holy Cross game is the only game this season so far where you guys haven't held an opponent to its lowest scoring output of the entire season, and they only scored that 20 on y'all. So it's not like, even though it was a little bit of a slower start, that was still not a bad showing by y'all by the end of it. But to be undefeated, to be shutting teams down the way y'all have compared to what they're able to do against other opponents, what has stood out about this defense in particular? And you mentioned guys at every level, from Big Rich and Corey up front and Ace in the middle of that defense, but y'all secondary in particular, you, Aiden, Mo, Toe, Cody, the list just kind of keeps going on with all kinds of talent there that's going to end up being guys that play on Saturday. What do you feel like makes y'all's group as special as it seems like it has the chance to be? There's a lot of talent there and it's off to a great start, but what kind of stands out about this group right now that you think is what has y'all playing at the level y'all are playing at?
Everybody in that group that you just named wants it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all want it. Like, we all want us on front. We all want to play on Saturdays. We want to play on Sundays, Mondays. We want to play. We all have the anxiety to play at the next level. So the one thing that keeps us all together is the ability to make sure somebody is in check. You feel what I'm saying? So we make sure that if I say I'm slacking, if I'm saying I'm slacking, it's gonna be everybody from even the players that don't play. Speed it up, because the younger players is watching us. You know what I'm saying? So we got to be the example. And for us to have all those good players, what people do, we can adjust. We all are good players, and we all are the best players in the nation. But we all can put us in spots where we know that we're going to be best at. So say from a technician point of view, you know how you said that I'm able to make up a tackle or pull up from make tackles in the hole or whatever. This game, Brother Martin, I will be in the box because I can play up a tackle. But Torrance will be on the outside playing corner. You know what I'm saying? So we have so many. It's like our DB room is like a college room.
Yes.
Like LSU, they got stamps, they got all of them, and they can all put them in different spots. That's how our room is based. You know what I'm saying? And we can sub in and sub out. You know what I'm saying? And that's not. And most people might look at it as a bad way, but it's really a good way. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like a bunch of bodies, a bunch of getting in, know how to do it. So that's why our level is so we're so good, because we have a mindset, the work ethic, and we had the ability to tell each other right from wrong, because most people don't know how to be told right from wrong. And from our defense to our offense, that's another reason we're good. I'm not gonna sit up here and act like we don't got the best wide receivers in the state. From Oliver Mitchell to Manchild to Floyd Jones to Sanchez. We got the best players in the state. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta guard them every day. We go back and forth with them
Do you say Dejan yet? Because you got to give him some love right now, the way he's playing.
I forgot about my dog Dejan. Dejan, you gotta forget about. Can't forget about Dejan. I mean, they so good. They're like, and we good, and like y'all got like, if you was at our practice, you would see that it's just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then after that, we see what we did wrong, and we go back and adjust. Like film, like our practice is like an NFL practice. And I ain't that old to see practices, but NFL, I just seen a couple. But I didn't look, and that's how our practices go. Like it go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And from the wide receiver coach, Coach O, and Coach Bryce, and our Coach Jared, we know how to put us in spots and situations that we can handle. And I ain't gonna lie, we do. I'm not just gonna put it on the DBs. The wide receivers is another good reason that we good. We got, Teron Francis, aka Manchild, Oliver Mitchell, Day, and I'm naming all of them, but all of them have a different play style. Day, shifty. Oliver is the most consecutive, he got the strong hands, can catch in any spot. Manchild is just full of everything, big, strong, fast, can catch in the catch. You know what I'm saying? So if I learn, what we thought in our mind is, if we can guard all them, we can guard anybody. So that's really high. We do have a high confidence level too in that.
We've talked some previously, and you mentioned it there too when you talk about the versatility that you guys have as a secondary, but your willingness to tackle, your physicality level. Talk me through your development there. When I first saw you as a freshman 2.5 years ago, whatever it was, and I see this tall, long, thin guy, you've kind of kept me updated as you've continued to get stronger through the years and put on a little bit more muscle. How big of a piece of your overall development has that part of it been? Just you getting stronger, being more physical, maybe being even more willing of a tackler because you're a little bit stronger. Talk me through the physical side of the game and the strides you've seen in yourself the last couple of years.
I really worked on all of it. You know what I'm saying? Like I always had like a dog mentality mindset, and from a freshman. But I wasn't built like this from a freshman year. So I might be there my freshman year, but I might not make the play. So usually what came to my mind is for me to make this play, I gotta get stronger, fast. I gotta work hard. You know what I'm saying? So any places I didn't make my freshman year or whatever, I'll go over it again or I'll work on it or make me thrive for like more. So if I miss a tackle or if I try to hit it like we have running backs. We got strong. Like my freshman year, I had Fred Robinson as a running back from Easton. So that's a big guy. So when I was trying to tell him and I realized that I ain't where I need to be, that's what made me start working more and more. And as far as my aggression, I feel like I can play. From 7-on-7, I play safety and cornerback. So you ask me, I like the fact that I can tackle. Like if it was up to me, and if I'm getting recruited by anybody else, I'll always tell them I can play strong safety and I can play corner. I can do both. I'm fast enough to get over top. I'm fast enough to get down. I'm good enough to make a tackle, and I still have a good amount of technique to get as a guard outside. So I like the mixture. And as far as my aggression, I just feel like I was taught that like your mindset gotta be there. Like if I come on the field and I'm like, oh, they gonna catch a ball on me or they gonna run past me, then they gonna do it. So if you come out there with I just change as a person. Like I go on the field and I change. Like that's why I have a nickname like that. My nickname Buck. I changed from Hayward to when I'm playing, I'm just regular chilling in school to Buck. So that's just like my new identity. I just feel like I feel like I'm Buck, a different man. Just feel like I'm just attacking. And sometimes I gotta, realize I gotta, keep it down a little bit. But I feel like that's what makes me stand out. My aggression, my ability, my physicalness, the way I'm built, stuff like that. That's what really stands me out from different.
I was about to jump into the college stuff, but take me through I've never heard the backstory on the nickname Buck. I've just heard people call you that. When did that start? Who was the first person that started that? Just kind of take me to the origin story of that, because once you said it, I realized I don't know where that first came from.
So when I was born, right, my great grandma gave me this one. My great grandma gave me this one. Well, when I was born out the womb, right, accordingly to them, I bucked like I did this as a baby. Now I don't know how you can buck as a baby, but I did this. So through the years, right, my great grandma used to call me Buck. You know what I'm saying? But then I started playing football as like I was young, and I used to do it in track and everything. I used to probably win. I used to talk. You know how I talk when I talk, like my head, like it move like this. You know what I'm saying? So I just got the name Buck, and it just stuck with me. I like Buck, and I put Buck, and I break the word Buck down. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a nickname, but it means more to me. That's why I got it tattooed on me. Buck stands for for me, it's like brilliance, unique, courage, and like kindness for me. Cause like I need that to be on the next level. So I got it abbreviated on my arm. So that's why I like that name and I'm gonna stick with it. But I ain't gonna lie, I think that's my alter ego. Cause I really do. Like you could like I've been playing with you for 707 for a minute. That's what I do. So that's how I really got the game. Nobody ain't never asked you that. That's why I'm laughing like that.
Well, you're leading me to a whole other line of questioning now too, because your cousin, who I always forget is your cousin, but BB has his nickname, and he's a guy that through his recruiting process, he and I talked about his dynamic of how much he talks on the field to kind of hype himself up. And he's another guy, long, speedy, physical in his play style, smart, but has an edge to him. How would you kind of compare and contrast some of y'all's similarities versus differences? I guess particularly as corners, as football players, but whatever kind of stands out about ways that you see some of him and the way he approaches things in you, as well as maybe some of the biggest differences.
I mean, like we both from the same place, so like from like in the city, we both from the same place. So I don't know if it's like a where we from thing, but I don't know for some reason we built the same. We built the same and we talk the same. Like that's funny to me. Like I ain't gonna lie, and I respect Bieber as a player, just off of because some people see him as like a player that just talk, but they don't know that he really got technique. He really a dog. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like what relates to him was at first like he was like underlooked. I think from my story, my backstory, I was underlooked a lot. They'll probably say that I was too small or whatever. When we weren't growing or whatever. When I was going through puberty or whatever, like I was too small or something like that. But I feel like what boosted him up and what boosted me up was the ability to prove him wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like just think about it. All this happened, you didn't got doubted, and the ability to work hard made you where you at. Like if for a guy like him, like what we come from or something like that, like he should like really be like proud of himself just to make it at the next level. Cause don't everybody don't make it to the next level, and especially that he went to LSU. Kudos to him. You know what I'm saying? Cause I respect it. I mean, I like the fact, and I ain't gonna lie. That what you remember when you was calling me BB Junior at I don't know why we look alike, but somebody somebody said on my team that I look just like him, I act like him, but I don't know what it is. But I gave him for one thing, we both dogs, so that's all I know.
Let's get into the college stuff. You've had some great things start to fall your way. I think Ole Miss is the most recent offer, certainly one of the most recent. Georgia Tech in the mix, Colorado, and the list is getting too long for me to remember all of them. What has it meant to see? You talk about not everybody gets that opportunity, like BB getting LSU, or now you having some colleges express that interest in you. What has it meant to see some of those offers fall into place, to hear from some of these coaches that they think there's an opportunity for you in a couple of years to potentially be a part of their programs?
I mean, from a recruiting stance, I just been soaking it in. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like this is like a kid's dream for real. Like, from growing up from park ball to middle school to high school, it's a kid's dream. That's all you do it for. So I used to do it for in high school. I used to look up to everybody that did it. So now I'm just like, I'm proud and I'm happy, but I can't get laxed about it. You feel what I'm saying? So believe that when I got from even my littlest off, from when I got Elkhorn to Ole Miss, like Ole Miss was one of the offers that I was just like, dang, because my dad went to Ole Miss, so that was one of the offers that was one of them offers that like that's why I'm stuttering. Like that was an offer that I was like, dang, like now it's time to turn it up a notch. Like don't get lax. So we talking to these college coaches and they're just telling me the real and what they want and what they need from me, and because most of the college I've talked to, they don't just talk to you about football. They talk to you about your academics and what they need and stuff like that. So I just been soaking it in, you know what I'm saying? Marking it down, seeing what I do like, what I don't like, stuff like that. But I'm very proud about it, and I'm very happy that I'm getting recruited, for sure.
You'll be in Baton Rouge Saturday for, you mentioned Ole Miss, a place where your dad played, versus LSU, your home state school, where you grew up watching DBU and all those things. What do you expect this visit to look like, and the atmosphere on Saturday night that looks like it's probably going to be one of the best in the country, if not the best in the country this weekend?
This game, I'm glad you said this game is gonna be, for me, this game gonna be one of the games that's just like I'm just gonna be like starstruck about. Like it's like LSU, where I grew up watching the Ole Miss when my dad played, and they both good. This is gonna be a good game, not just me coming to LSU. We got LSU University 2.0 coming, so that's what I call it in the cup, because we really LSU 2.0. We got a lot of the same colors, just a different mascot, but we got a lot of those coming. We got a lot of us coming up there, so I'm just I'm gonna be glad to meet Coach Raymond. Glad to meet all the coaching staff, Brian Kelly and all them. Just I feel like this is gonna be a game. It's not gonna be no pushover game, but I got it in my mind who's gonna come on top. But I'm not gonna say nothing because I don't even know who's gonna win this game for real. But I got in my mind who's gonna win.
What's the relationship been like so far with Coach Raymond? It's still I mean, you still have a long way to go before it's decision time for you, but you're a guy that's clearly been on his radar for quite a while now. You and I have talked about you fit the mold of what he likes in his corners in terms of long, willing to play physically, can run, smart, and all these things. What have you kind of heard from him in the instances where y'all have had a chance to chat, whether it be at camp or when we went up there kind of visiting before or any time that you've had a chance to hear from him?
Because me and Coach Raymond, we have a good relationship. I feel that Coach Raymond, most coaches, they'll tell you a fake believe story. Or we'll just be like, oh, well, we need you this. But when I first met Coach Raymond, it was like he told me that I was good, but he told me something I need to improve on first. And he ain't never met me before. You know what I'm saying? So that's what really, like, he never met me before. First thing he say is, you're a good player, you got good skill, but you get in some boxing classes, run track, work on your feet, stuff like that. So I ain't get mad about it because he being real with me. You know what I'm saying? He's telling me that as my set right now, I'm good. I can go to LSU now and be a good player. But to go in there and not be an average player and stand out for most, that's what he want me to do. So he said boxing. I've been, doing that and jump rope and stuff like that. So that's what really stood out with me and Coach Raymond. He tells me what to do to get better. You know what I'm saying?
Clearly you like that. You mentioned with the whole recruiting process, kind of soaking it in and thinking of things that you like, things that you hope to see from programs, stuff like that. What are you looking for when you have some of these conversations or when you see a school or just think about, these are things that are important to me as I move forward in this process? What are going to be factors for you that are really important, just priorities of what you hope to see from a school, hear from a school, feel when you're there, whatever it may be?
I'll start with Phil. Phil, I just want to feel like I don't want to feel like a second home, but I want to feel comfortable. You know what I'm saying? So I want, from like a stadium point of view, I like good student section. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes student sections determine games. You know what I'm saying? And from comfortable, from like dorms, I look into it differently from most. I look into it like first thing I want to know the college level, the academics. Then I go to the betting, where I'm gonna stay at, stuff like that. And then that's when I go into the football part. So with the football part, I don't have no problem with a football part because as long as for you to last in college, you gotta have work ethic, you gotta be the ability to be coached, and you gotta have courage. You gotta be a stand-up guy. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I have all that, but I can work on that. So as far as what I'm looking for in colleges, I'm just looking for like from a DB stand and a defensive coordinator stand of view, I'm looking for like a bump and run type of program, which like LSU got. Most schools in SEC have bump and runs. Most schools, it's in college period, have a bump and run. Like, that's why Coach Raymond likes a 6 foot and over type of thing. He like people that put their hands on people. You know what I'm saying? So a bump and run type of fit. You know what I'm saying? Ability to like move from different situations. For them to be comfortable. I feel like I can be comfortable from going from safety to corner or whatever they need me at. I'm the type of player that whatever you need me at, I can go from safety to corner, wherever you need me. So as long as they know that, what else I'm looking for? A good relationship with all the coaches. You know what I'm saying? So as long as like we have a good relationship, we got a good bond, and they keep it real with me. Just let me know what I need to do. I never want to be like stalled up or nothing. Like I don't know anything. Just tell me the truth and I can work on it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm looking for.
There you go. Well, man, I have kept you about twice as long as I planned to, but I also knew as soon as we got on the video that we were going to end up talking probably longer than a normal, recruit conversation. So it was definitely good to catch up, man. I appreciate your time. Looking forward to seeing you out there on Saturday, and good luck to you guys against Brother Martin on Friday.
Sure.
He's Hayward Howard, 2026 Edna Karr defensive back. I'm Jarrett Roser for Louisiana versus all y'all, and thank you all for tuning in.